So if we're to believe Donald Trump, Dr. Donald Trump, and RFK Jr., Dr. RFK Jr. of the Department of Health and Human Sacrifices, we should not take Tylenol because it could cause autism. Or at least it causes autism among pregnant women. Well, the same thing could be said about ice cream and drowning. They're both linked, right? Well, the thing is there's a significant difference between linking, which is association, and causation. Because this idea that these fools came up with is to suggest to women who have fevers while pregnant should not take Tylenol is, where do I begin? That's bad advice on a variety of levels. The thing is there's a difference between something being linked and something caused. Now, essentially, the inference is that Tylenol causes autism during pregnancy. Malarkey. It's really about association. Now, let me show you the difference. You know, there is a link, association, between ice cream and drowning. Yes, as the ice cream consumption increases, so does the number of drownings. Boy, well then maybe we should tell people not to eat ice cream or tell people not to swim. Well, the reality is that this illustrates this idea and the difference between association or linked to causation. The thing is that there's a third variable in this ice cream scenario that is missing, and it's the time of year. That's the real culprit. Ice cream is consumed more during the summer than any other time of the year. People swim outdoors during the summer more than any other time of the year. And so if we look at those two data points, ice cream and drowning, we'll say, oh my gosh, one causes the other. No, they don't. And the reason for that is that there's a difference between something being linked or associated and something being caused. The inference is that Tylenol causes autism for women that are pregnant with their unborn child. And that is false. And if you went to the FDA website, they kind of hem and haw because, they're captured by politics as well. But a close reading of that statement is that, there's data that indicates otherwise. So it's not caused. They didn't come out and say that, but these idiots are actually giving medical advice. And so ice cream does not cause drowning. Drowning does not cause ice cream. But when you look at the relationship between those two and the time of year, the real culprit, of course, is the time of year in drowning. Because more people, ice cream doesn't have anything to do with it. More people drown during the summer because that's when most of the swimming occurs. Now, what this illustrates is this first principle is never take medical information from somebody on the internet. And the reason that is that to receive medical advice, it needs to be a one-on-one relationship, a one-on-one meeting with your healthcare provider and you. Because what that healthcare provider will do is examine your chart, look at your history, your medical history, discuss your symptoms, and then come up with a diagnosis based on, a medical degree and training. And you have a complete absence of that on the internet. These people are telling you to drink this and drink that, that'll cure cancer. Judas Priest, there's actually people that believe this crap. Secondly is that not only should you not take medical advice from the internet, you should not take medical advice from a politician, even if that politician has medical training. Because number one, it lacks that one-on-one relationship. Number two is a person is either going to be a physician or they're going to be a politician. You can't be both. And if they're not a physician and they're a politician, you kind of wonder, well, why are they not a physician? So, and that person would, of course, tell you that you need to have a one-on-one meeting for it to be medical advice. But the other thing is that why are politicians like Dumbo frickin' frack giving this medical advice? Somebody, number one, probably has an axe to grind with the pharmaceutical industry. I wonder who that could be. Maybe the same person that opposes vaccines. Secondly is that it's also indication of a disrespect for expertise. Yeah, why don't we, in authoritarian regimes, what you do is you trash the professors, you trash the experts, because, why do we need to go to medical school or, to give medical advice to treat patients when being a newspaper delivery boy will do just as fine? Who needs a college degree in education? Let's not even support education. Let's not even fund it. This is probably what's going on. That's a subject for completely another day. But bottom line is, the big takeaway here is, number one, even if something is linked to something, it could be like this ice cream and drowning situation, number one. Number two, science only knows so much. And that doesn't mean that we throw everything out, like the baby with the bathwater. Interesting comparison here. But there are legitimate reasons, of course, to be able to reduce fever. And Tylenol is apparently one of those, has the ability to do that. And any medical decision, whether you decide to take a treatment or not take a treatment, comes with risks. And risks that need to be discussed, not with a politician, not with some bozo on the internet, but rather with your own healthcare provider. Now, if you have questions about medicine, talk to your doctor. If you have questions about medicine and drugs, you can also talk to a pharmacist, and they could provide insight. But don't take it from the internet, and don't take it from a politician. Until next time.